Hello, I am Mayor William Capote, and I am pleased to bring your Palm Bay annual State of the City address, looking back at 2019 and forward at the year ahead. It is hard to believe that this will be my 8th and final State of the City address. Since I became mayor in 2012, I have had the honor of serving the people of Palm Bay alongside a great team of dedicated individuals, from my colleagues on City Council to our network of community partners and volunteers to the more than 800 employees at the City of Palm Bay. In 2012, Palm Bay was facing a stagnant economy, high unemployment, and outdated municipal infrastructure. I pledge our citizens that we would focus on correcting those issues and position Palm Bay to become a strong, resilient city. I am proud to say that we have worked hard these past 8 years to make those goals a reality. In 2019, the City of Palm Bay underwent a major transition in leadership. In last year's address, I introduced Palm Bay's new city manager, Lisa Morrell. In her first year, City Manager Morrell implemented new policies and procedures to instill strong customer service values and increase the city's transparency, accountability, and efficiency. In early January of 2019, Lisa hired Suzanne Sherman to work alongside her as Deputy City Manager. Suzanne is a familiar face to many around Palm Bay, having worked at the city from 2006 to 2015 in several roles, including budget management analyst, risk management, and assistant to the city manager, before accepting a Deputy City Manager's position at the city of Satellite Beach. In 2019, Palm Bay experienced a transformation of the city's executive leadership team, all of whom have worked diligently over the past year to implement effective strategy for operational improvements. In the last year, new directors have been hired in 6 of the city's key departments, joining our talented team of existing department heads to bring fresh ideas, renewed energy, and a high level of customer service to Palm Bay. The leadership changes throughout the city also represents a renewed commitment to Palm Bay's vision for the future. With a strong economy supported by a healthy residential base and a growing commercial sector, Palm Bay is focused on strategic development. Last year, the city combined staff from 2 departments to create a new community and economic development department. Led by Director John Juncala, the department is pursuing sustainable commercial and industrial growth that will continue to fortify the city's economy and create quality jobs for residents. Through partnership with organizations such as the Economic Development Commission of Florida Space Coast, the Tourist Development Council, Florida Institute of Technology, Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce, and the local business community, staff is implementing new initiatives to diversify the local economy and increase the quality of life for the residents. In 2019, we saw several new developments emerge across the city. The new Palm Bay Executive Park, located near Bass Pro Shops, just off the Palm Bay Road corridor near Interstate 95, is expected to be completed in spring of 2020. Last year, City celebrated the groundbreaking of the $23.5 million Executive Park, which includes a 106-room Hyatt Place and an 87-room Hilton Homes to Suites. The hotels will create 65 quality jobs, provide new lodging, accommodations in Palm Bay, and serve as an anchor for future commercial development. When complete, the Palm Bay Executive Park will be home to over 41,000 square feet of commercial space, including 3 retail buildings and 2 restaurants. The Aqua Palm Bay Apartments, Phase 1 of a $52.9 million mixed-use development project, is set to open in early 2020. Designed with the modern professional in mind, Aqua Palm Bay Apartment will feature 320 luxury-style apartments at the north end of Robert J. Collins Boulevard. Aqua Retail Shops, the project's second phase, will feature over 60,000 square feet of commercial space available for retail and restaurants. Late last summer, Health First broke ground on a new primary care facility in the Bayside area of the city. The 12,000 square foot multi-purpose facility will include 30 exam rooms, 2 procedure suites, radiology facility, and a lab. Health First also made headlines last fall, announcing plans for 3 new state-of-the-art wellness villages, one of which would be right here in Palm Bay at the northwest corner of Malabar and Mitten Road. The Wellness Village concept represents a modern approach to customer care, providing access to a variety of healthcare services in one convenient location to address the changing needs of our residents. Palm Bay Wellness Village, known as Malabar Commons, is expected to break ground in 2021 and will feature advanced amenities, an ambulatory center, outpatient and provider services, retail food space, fitness service, walking trails, and meeting space. Last fall, Florida Tech announced the opening of its Center for Advanced Manufacturing and Innovative Design, CAMID. The 100,000 square foot facility was a joint effort between the university and the city of Palm Bay, which contributed $300,000 to provide technological amenities to our top employers in the region. The center features the latest digital modeling, simulation, and visualization technology, cutting-edge computer-driven manufacturing equipment, 3D printing, and industry-leading experts, and resources open to our local manufacturing and engineering sectors. In March of 2019, the city and the Bayfront CRA welcomed the grand opening of the Evans Center, directly serving the residents within the Driscoll Heights neighborhood. The $1.5 million project was made possible in part by many donors, to include a $250,000 investment by the CRA to assist with the construction of the center. The Evans Center features a full-service deli and market, offering fresh produce in an area federally designated as a food desert. The center also features a health clinic in collaboration with Brevard Health Alliance and a multi-purpose room, which functions as a community gathering space for events and classes. Palm Bay's Riverview Senior Resort announced its expansion to include a new 110-room independent living facility, providing dining, recreational space, as well as a lounge and a bar with a screened patio, exercise room, and a club room. The expansion is expected to create $39 million of private investment and create over 200 new jobs. In addition to the private development projects taking place across Palm Bay, the city has increased its efforts in upgrading and improving city infrastructure and implementing comprehensive maintenance plans to provide a long-term solution to address future infrastructure needs. In October, the city kicked off Palm Bay's Go Roads paving program, a $150 million voter-approved initiative that will enable the city to address aging roads infrastructure over the next several years. In early 2019, Unit 11, 15, 23, 31, 32, 41, 42, and 56 were selected as Phase 1 Go Roads projects, along with sections of Eldron Boulevard and Garvey Road. Guided by the City Council and the Infrastructure Advisory Oversight Board, Phase 1 Go Roads projects are currently in progress, with Phase 2 in the planning and design stage. In 2019, intensive stormwater system upgrades were made to areas scheduled for road paving to ensure that new roads are built on stable and lasting stormwater infrastructure. Last year, the city's Public Works Department replaced over 300 outdated pipes and culverts throughout the city and implemented a comprehensive stormwater maintenance plan for such upgrades to ensure that our infrastructure remains functional and healthy. The city's Public Works Department, led by new director Gary Woodson, also continued constructions on the new sections of the St. John Heritage Parkway. Set to open early 2020, the 4-lane stretch of the parkway will connect Babcock Street to Palm Bay's new southern interchange, just north of Mico Road, providing residents additional access and connectivity via I-95. Other road improvements include the newly widened Colbert Drive, which was completed early this year. The widening project will address capacity issues on the roadway and provide infrastructure improvement to the drainage and utility system in the area. The City of Palm Bay is partnering with Florida Department of Transportation on a project development and environmental study to evaluate the need of widening Malabar Road from the St. John Heritage Parkway to Minton Road. The study is anticipated to conclude in 2022 and will include preliminary engineering concept, environmental impact evaluations, and a significant public involvement. In 2019, Public Works Department launched an improved bridge maintenance program, providing a comprehensive maintenance plan and inspection schedule for each of the city's 21 vehicle and 28 pedestrian bridges. Additionally, the city was awarded nearly $2.5 million in funding from the Florida Department of Transportation for the implementation of the Safe Routes to School program at Columbia Elementary, Discovery Elementary, Jupiter Elementary, Christopher McAuliffe Elementary, and Port Malabar Elementary. The Safe Routes to School program seeks to improve student safety by addressing inadequate pedestrian infrastructure and providing training to students to promote safe walking and biking habits. Construction on the Safe Routes to Schools project will begin in 2020. Similarly, the The City of Palm Bay's Police Department worked to address student safety in schools with the continuation of their strategic response plan for dealing with threats of mass violence. The comprehensive plan includes incident response tactics, monitoring and early intervention, as well as family and school-based initiatives and trainings. Palm Bay PD implemented the same strategies to develop and deploy a two-part active shooter training for city staff. A classroom-based training was followed by immersive exercise to put employees in the middle of a mock active shooter scenario to help them practice critical safety measures. Last year, Palm Bay's Police Department ranks include 166 sworn officers, all of whom are dedicated to PD's mission to connect, serve, and make a positive impact in the community. The department expanded the reach of its community-based policing efforts through social initiatives like Coffee with a Cop, enhanced outreach to the homeless, and the awareness initiatives such as the Wallet Card Program and the department's Autism Awareness Cruiser. The Palm Bay Police Department sought to connect with local senior citizens through work with Triad and the SALT Senior and Law Enforcement Together Council, as well as the Stop By and Say Hi program. 2019 was a year of transition for the Palm Bay Police Department. The retirement of Chief Jim Rogers precipitated a month-long search for the city's new police chief that culminated in the Palm Bay's first ever candidate meet and greet event. Department staff and members of the public had the opportunity to come out and meet the finalists and provide feedback to city management. Of the candidates, former Deputy Chief Nelson Moya was named as Palm Bay's new Chief of Police. Chief Moya was officially sworn in at a ceremony in August. I am confident that Chief's experience with the department and the vision for the future makes him the right man for the job. Chief Moya has teamed up with Palm Bay Fire Rescue Chief Leslie Hogue in a joint effort to expand the city's emergency dispatch team. The effort will mark the end of the fire rescue calls within Palm Bay's being dispatched by Brevard County. Once finalized, Palm Bay's police and fire departments will be dispatched from one call center, streamlining the emergency communication process and building synergy between two public safety departments. This initiative will create more efficient dispatch center for the city's first responders and improve emergency response time for our residents. In 2019, Palm Bay Fire Rescue responded to 15,066 calls for service, an increase of 2% from 2018. Thanks to the tireless work of our firefighters, nearly $13.5 million of property was saved from destruction. In order to maintain this high level of service, the fire department expanded their reach within the community with the addition of a Fire Station 5, purchased with Community Development Block Grants funds, and renovated by the city's facility department. The new Station 5 will replace the modular building near Eastern Florida State College and will be home to an engine company and a water tender unit. The new station will offer reduced response times in the southeast area of Palm Bay, provide backup coverage for several of the city's other stations, and result in quicker response to incidents on the interstate. In 2019, Palm Bay Fire Rescue also received a $300,000 grant from the Florida Division of Emergency Management Hazard Mitigation Grant Program for the hardening of the Fire Station 2, 3, and 4 against structural threats posed by tropical weather. The City of Palm Bay is focused on hurricane response and recovery efforts. In 2019, these plans were put to the test as Hurricane Dorian approached the Space Coast. As the monster crawled towards Florida, city staff worked quickly to prepare facilities and launch plans to safeguard the community. From public works and utility crews preparing for the city's infrastructure, to the park and recreation staff manning shelters, to the first responders at the ready, to the so-called storm riders team who worked through the storm, Palm Bay was ready for Dorian. Thankfully, our community was spared and the worst of the storm stayed off the coast, serving only as a useful exercise to prepare the city for a similar event. In 2020, the city will continue its efforts to improve public communication and provide relevant and timely information to the residents. In 2019, the city launched a newly redesigned website built to be more user-friendly and easily connect residents with information and services. The city continues to expand its social media presence, hoping to reach new users on Instagram and Nextdoor to deliver customized emergency notifications to residents via phone, text, or email. The city joined Brevard County on the Alert Brevard service. The city also introduced a monthly page in the Hometown News in 2019, including updates on projects, new items, and information on community events. Despite being the largest city on the Space Coast and the second largest in Central Florida, the city's connection to the community is one of the reasons that Palm Bay maintains a small town feel with tremendous potential. The city of Palm Bay is fortunate to have many valuable partnerships with community groups and organizations. The city continues to coordinate with partners to expand opportunities and services for our residents. The city continues to leverage relationships with resource partners to support the local business community, from identifying funding solutions, navigating workforce challenges, identifying key sites for expansion, as well as hosting workshops and seminars. The city's ongoing partnership with the Greater Palm Bay Chamber of Commerce provide opportunities to connect with business owners, show support at ribbon cuttings and grand openings, and collaborate on events such as the Disaster Preparedness Workshop. For the 5th year in a row, the city has hosted the Juniors to Jobs Internship Program. In 2019, 15 students participated in the program, which offers high school juniors the opportunity to gain valuable work experience with a variety of local businesses and city departments while earning income. In partnership with Turkey Creek Sanctuary Society and Career Source Brevard, the city completed an extensive restoration project on the Turkey Creek Sanctuary Boardwalk to repair the intensive damage which remained following Hurricane Irma, while providing work for Career Source participants. In 2019, the city hosted many impactful events in the community. The city kicked off the year with the Mayor's Fitness Challenge, a series of events designed to help start the new year off right and encourage wellness. Residents looking for a reason to dress up for a good cause attended the annual Mayor's Ball fundraiser, which raised $14,000 for the Disaster Relief Committee. Our environmentally conscious citizens participated in Keep Brevard Beautiful annual trash bash, collecting litter in multiple locations throughout Palm Bay and placing the city in first place for the county-wide collection contest. In October, residents were offered the opportunity to connect with local government at a series of events during Florida City Government Week. Throughout the year, the City Parks and Recreation Department introduced Fun Friday by the Bay in its new location at Veterans Park, offering family fun, food, music, and more each month. The city held its annual Independence Day celebration and the Holiday Light Parade, bringing the community together in the spirit of celebration and reminding us why Palm Bay is such a wonderful place to call home. Palm Bay first responders and police and fire departments closed out the year with 2 of our favorite community events, in partnership with the Walmart on Malabar Road and the Palm Bay Community Firefighters Benevolent. Palm Bay Fire Rescue made a group of local students' holidays a little merrier with the Shop with a Firefighter event. The participating kids even got to take home a traditional holiday meal with all the fixing. Just a few days later, the Palm Bay Police Department hosted their annual Reindeer Run event. Over 100 deserving students from area schools took part in an unforgettable holiday shopping spree, thanks to the support of the Fraternal Order of Police, the staff at Walmart, the American Legion Post 117, and the Space Coast Area Transit. In 2020, Palm Bay will showcase 60 reasons to celebrate as the city marks its 60th anniversary. From its humble beginnings in 1960, the city of Palm Bay has continued to grow and change over decades. Longtime residents may remember the days of the citrus groves and open space. Other residents may remember watching neighborhoods spring up as the city developed and our population increased. As we look to the future, we see a Palm Bay that is poised for strategic growth and ready to take on the challenges of tomorrow. I want to say thank you for allowing me to be your mayor. Working together with you, we were able to achieve a lot of things, and I am blessed that you gave me the opportunity, and I want to thank you for allowing me to serve you these 8 years.